Hey guys, and welcome back to another War Within gold making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you a really good way to make a lot of gold flipping on the auction house. And what we're going to be flipping is the new raid BOEs. So these BOEs sell for a lot of gold. At the moment, we currently have the item level 590, which is from looking for raid, item level 603, which is from normal raid, and also the item level 616, which is from the heroic raid. So if you'd like to get your hands on all of my groups, they are inside of my flipping guide. But let's get right into how I've been making a lot of gold from flipping the new raid BOEs. So first of all, we'll go over some of the sales I've got. As you can see, we've got a sale right here. We sold this for 370k, and we only paid 120k for the item, which is really good. Some nice profit on all of these. So all of these clips are from the first few days of the season. I've moved into flipping the heroic ones, which are item level 616, but in this video it's mainly 590 item level pieces that I am flipping. So we've got another sale right here. We paid about 100k for this piece right here, resold it for 197k. So a nice little 97k profit off that piece right there. Let's see what else we got. So we've had a bunch of sales, and I'll show you the mailbox clean out also, and then later in the video I'll show you all how to actually do it. So we got a ring right here. We paid on average about 100k for these. We bought a few of these. We resold that one for a nice profit right there. We've got another piece right here that we sold for 250k, and we only actually paid 100k for that. So that's 150k profit off that piece right here. And now with these items, they sell very quickly, but you do want to do cancel scans because there is a decent amount of competition of people actually trying to sell these. So we've got another sale right here. This is a bit bigger one, 400k. We also only paid 100k for this piece right here. And this was the headpiece, but it had a socket on it. So it actually sold for a decent amount of gold, 400k. So here are some of the other flips. We got the ring right here that we made 375k profit off flipping that from 100k to 500k, which is really nice. And then we've got a headpiece right here that we made about 241k profit off, paying about 110k, selling it for 351k. So what we'll do now is we'll go through some of the mailboxes, and what I'm doing is basically cross-realm trading these and selling these on different realms. So we'll go through the mailbox since the season has started, and we'll have a look at some of the sales that we've got. So there is a decent amount of other flips in the mailbox. This is mainly like normal BOEs from the War Within, and a few other items from like older expansions that I'm currently flipping. But the big boy sales are all the raid BOEs. They've made the most amount of profit so far from these mailbox cleanouts. In the first 100, we have 1.8 million here with some really nice flips and a lot of profit. On average, we're looking at probably about like 1.5 mil, 1.4 mil profit from this mailbox cleanout on this specific realm. But we're doing this on multiple different realms, so there is a lot of gold. So in the last few, got a few more sales right here. In total on this realm, we had nearly 2 mil in sales in the mailbox. Let's go ahead and jump over onto another realm and see what sales we have on the second realm. So how I have it set up is I basically have a character on every single realm on NA. This way I can buy items on whichever realm is the cheapest, and also can sell the items on whichever realm I please to sell them on. So we have a few sales right there from the raid BOEs. We've got another 700k on this realm. Let's go ahead and grab that. But as you can see also, there is a bunch of the normal BOEs. So like your blue BOEs and green BOEs for level 80 for the War Within. They've been selling really good and still making me a lot of profit. And they should be pretty good all the way throughout season 1. So we'll jump over to another round, another 700k. Got a nice 250k sale right here on one of the raid BOEs. We actually got 3 raid BOEs that are sold on this round in the last couple of days. Let's go ahead and grab this. And that's another 700k. So as you can see, these items definitely do sell, and you can make a lot of profit from these. Like I mentioned though, all these sales were from the first few days for the item level 590, they're a lot cheaper now, so you can get them for a lot cheaper of a price, but they also don't sell for like 500k how they were before. What I've done now since the video and recording these clips is I've started to focus on mainly the item level 616, which is the heroic version, and these sell for a lot more gold. But here are some of the sales from the first few days, flipping the item level 590s. As you can see, a bunch of sales. So we paid how much here? About 100k on average for these, and we sold 4 of them, anywhere from 190 all the way up to 475. Paid 100k for this, resold it for 380k. We paid on average about 110 for that, sold it for a few 100k. So we're looking at like more than 100k profit of all of these different raid BOEs that we've been selling. So there is a lot of gold profit to be made from doing this. So what I'll do now is I'll show you how I actually go ahead and do this and actually sell these items and find these items to flip and make gold from. Now anyone can pretty much do this. You are going to need a little bit of gold, but if you don't have a crazy amount of gold to start with, you could focus on the item level 590. They're a lot cheaper right now, so you can pick them up fairly cheap. So what we're going to be doing is using Undermine Exchange to find the cheapest possible realm that these items are sold for. So as you can see, we've got these shoulders right here, and there's a realm where there's a few of them for sale for around 100k. We're going to log on to that realm, we're going to buy those up, and then we're going to throw them in the Warband Bank and actually move them from realm to realm to a realm that they have a much better price, and also a realm with a higher population, so we can get a lot quicker sales. One of these pieces actually have plus speed on them and is a leather piece, so this could actually be worth a little bit more than the normal one without plus speed on it. So we've got 3 of these, we'll throw these in the Warband Bank. Let's go ahead and we'll see if we can find any more items to flip. Now keep in consideration, all these buying right here is from like the first couple hours of the season starting. So we've got the ring right here for 100k. This is actually the ring that we ended up selling for 500k, and we only paid 100k for it, which is a really good flip. So here's the ring right here. Let's go ahead and buy the one for 100k. We'll also grab the one for 120k because these will sell really good. The rings sell really well is because everyone can use the ring. It doesn't matter if you're a leather wearer or anything, every single class can use the rings, so these sell a lot quicker than the other pieces, just because there's more people that can actually use the specific ring. Let's go ahead and check out this hood. So there's a couple realms right here, but they're selling for about 100k. We'll go ahead and we'll find the realm in our list of characters. We'll log in and we'll go ahead and buy the hood. Here it is right here, 110k. Let's go ahead and buy that. Got another piece right here, about 100k each. Now I definitely wouldn't recommend paying up to 100k for the item level 590 this far into the season. Like I mentioned before, all of these purchases were pretty much on day one, within the first few hours of the season starting. The prices of the item level 590 are a lot cheaper, so if you could pick them up for say like 40k or less at the moment, you could definitely flip them for a lot of profit. But as you can see, this is basically how we do it. We use Undermine Exchange, we search the items up on Undermine Exchange, we find a realm that is selling them for a super cheap price. We go ahead, log into that realm, throw them in the Warband Bank, and then we move them to a realm that we can sell them for a lot more. And that is basically how we do cross realm flipping with the raid BOEs. And because how much in demand they are at the moment, these actually sell extremely well. Alright, let's go ahead, we'll buy a couple more, and then I'll show you how to post them using my groups and operations from my flipping guide. And these will basically calculate how much you paid for an item, and it will only post the items at a profitable price no matter what. So we got the slippers here for 100k. Let's go ahead and grab these, go ahead and throw these in the Warband Bank. But with the operations that I have set up in the flipping guide, they do all the hard work for you. All you got to do is find the cheap item, and the operations will take care of all the hard work for you, calculate all of the prices and how much to actually sell the items for, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of anything like that. Alright, let's go ahead and grab out one of each item, and we'll go ahead and throw these on the auction house. As you can see, we've got a bunch of these right here. We paid anywhere from around just under 100k to around 100k for these items. Now let's go ahead and post these up on the auction house and have a look at some of the prices that we are getting for them right now. So as you can see, there is a lot of profit in all of these sales. We didn't pay much at all for these items. It would be more than on most of these, well, at minimum, doubling our money. On some of them, even making like 5x our money. So there's a lot of profit to be made from flipping these items. But like I mentioned before, you are going to have to undercut scans because there is a decent amount of competition of other people trying to sell these exact items. Alright, so we got these all posted up on the auction house. And now what we'll do, if any don't post with my operations, that means that they're not able to get as much profit as the operation is trying to get, or you already have one of them posted up on the auction house. So what you'll do with those, any that are left over, you go ahead, throw them in the Warband bank, log over onto another round, grab them out of the Warband bank, and go ahead and post them with my operations from the flipping guide, and they will calculate obviously the best price. And if you should be posting it on this round, anything that is left over, you put that back in the Warband bank and move it to a different round, and you rinse and repeat until all of your items are posted up on a whole heap of different realms. But as you can see, we just posted all of them, nearly up to like 450k on some of those items, which is really good. Okay, we only have a couple left in the Warband bank. Let's go ahead, grab these out and throw them up on the final round. So let's go ahead, use the operations, post these up, and just like that, we've brought a bunch of BOEs and we've posted them up on the auction house for as much profit as we possibly can. So if you'd like to learn exactly how to do this and how to flip other items, you can find everything you need to know about flipping inside of my retail flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. You'll get my TSM groups and operations where they do all the hard work for you. It has all the best items to flip, and also it has operations that will only sell the items at a profitable price, so it is very, very beginner friendly. Or even if you're an expert, these groups and operations and the flipping guide will really help you out. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.